everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Close your eyes for a second and picture a desert. What do you see? I bet you're imagining vast stretches of hot, shimmering sand, maybe a cactus or two, and a relentless, blazing sun overhead, right? Well, what if I told you that the largest desert on Earth is the complete opposite of that picture? It's a place covered in ice, where temperatures can plummet to mind-boggling lows. Yep, you guessed it. I'm talking about Antarctica. So, how can a continent of ice be a desert? It seems like a total contradiction. To solve this puzzle, we need to forget everything we think we know about deserts and look at the one thing that truly defines them: precipitation. It's not about the temperature. It's about how much rain, snow, or any form of water falls from the sky. The official definition of a desert is an area that receives less than 250 millimeters, or about 10 inches, of precipitation per year. And guess what? Antarctica fits that bill perfectly. It's so cold in Antarctica that the air is incredibly dry. Cold air simply cannot hold as much moisture as warm air. Think about a hot, humid summer day. The air feels thick and heavy with water. Now think of a crisp, cold winter morning. The air feels sharp and dry. That's the same principle at work in Antarctica, just on a much more extreme scale. The average annual precipitation across the entire continent is only about 150 millimeters. That's less than you'd find in the Sahara Desert. Some parts of the interior of Antarctica, known as the Polar Plateau, are even drier, getting less than 50 millimeters a year. These areas are called polar deserts, and they are some of the driest places on our entire planet. But hold on, you might be thinking, if it barely snows, then where did all that ice come from? I mean, the Antarctic ice sheet is massive. It's up to 3 miles thick in some places. It's a great question, and the answer lies in time. Millions and millions of years of it. The tiny amount of snow that does fall in Antarctica almost never melts. It's just too cold. So, every year, a new, thin layer of snow falls on top of the old layer. Over thousands and millions of years, the sheer weight of all this accumulated snow compresses the layers below, squeezing out the air and turning them into solid ice. It's a slow, relentless process. The ice you see in Antarctica today is the result of snowfall that has been building up for an incredibly long time. This extreme environment has created a landscape that is truly alien. Because there's so little moisture and it's so cold, the processes of weathering and erosion work very differently here. In most parts of the world, water is the main force shaping the land, carving rivers and valleys. In Antarctica, the main forces are wind and ice. The winds here are legendary. They're called katabatic winds, and they happen when cold, dense air on the high interior plateau flows down towards the coast due to gravity. These winds can reach hurricane speeds over 300 kilometers or nearly 200 miles per hour. They scour and polish rocks, and they move vast amounts of snow, creating massive snow dunes called sacs. There are even places in Antarctica that are almost completely free of ice. They're called the McMurdo Dry Valleys. Now, this sounds even more paradoxical, right? Ice-free valleys? In the middle of an ice continent? These valleys are some of the most extreme desert environments on Earth. They are nestled in a mountain range that blocks the flow of ice from the main ice sheet. And those powerful katabatic winds I mentioned, they heat up as they rush down into the valleys, evaporating any moisture that might be present. The result is a landscape that looks more like Mars than Earth. In fact, NASA scientists actually used the dry valleys to test equipment for Mars missions because the conditions are so similar. Life in this polar desert is, as you can imagine, incredibly tough. On land, you won't find any trees or shrubs. The life that does exist is microscopic. In the dry valleys, scientists have found communities of bacteria, algae, and fungi living inside the rocks. This is called cryptoendologic life, which means hidden within rock. These tiny organisms have found a way to survive by sheltering from the harsh winds and extreme cold inside the porous structure of the sandstone, where they can get just enough sunlight and moisture to eke out an existence. It's a testament to how resilient life can be. Of course, the story is different when you get to the coast. The southern ocean surrounding Antarctica is teeming with life. The cold, nutrient-rich waters support a massive amount of krill, tiny, shrimp-like creatures. This krill forms the base of the entire Antarctic food web. It feeds everything from fish and squid to seals, whales, and, of course, penguins. So while the land itself is a barren desert, the surrounding ocean is one of the most productive marine ecosystems in the world. This creates a fascinating contrast, a continent of desolation surrounded by an ocean of abundance. So, the next time you think of a desert, I hope you'll picture more than just sand and sun. Remember the vast, icy, wind-swept plains of Antarctica? It's a place that completely redefines our understanding of what a desert can be. It's a land of extremes, a world of ice and wind, and the coldest, driest, and highest continent on Earth. A true desert, hidden in plain sight at the bottom of our world. It proves that our planet is full of surprises, and that things aren't always what they seem. What other geographical misconceptions have you heard? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to read them. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this as fascinating as I do, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the wonders of our world. See you in the next video.